All right, let's dive right in. Today we're taking a look at how a travel company, Freedom Travel Japan, basically packages and sells a whole vision of a country. Now, this isn't an ad, just to be clear. We're using them as a case study to see how they turn a simple trip into a personal story, a tale that's crafted just for you.
And this quote? This is their whole philosophy right here. It's not just about booking a flight or a hotel, it's about framing your entire trip as a story. Your story. And that one simple idea, well, it sets the stage for everything else they do. So here's the promise they're making: to boil down the essence of Japan into a vacation that feels both luxurious and totally personal. But what does that essence even mean, right? Well, as we'll see, it kind of breaks down into a few really distinct flavors of travel. First up, we've got what they call the path to tranquility. You know, for a lot of people, this is the Japan they picture in their heads, a place of peace, of zen, of getting away from all the noise of everyday life. And this path isn't just a vague idea. It's built on really specific experiences. We're talking about soaking in the famous hot springs of Beppu, staying in a traditional ryokan in Oita, and just chilling out on the serene coastline. These aren't just places on a map. They're meant to be states of mind. So let's start with the onsen. And onsen is a Japanese hot spring, and Beppu, it's one of the most famous hot spring regions in the entire country. But it's so much more than a hot bath. It's a huge part of the culture, seen as a place for real healing and rejuvenation.
And the cool thing about Beppu is the variety. This isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. You can go for these incredible steam baths, try out these unique mud baths, or just soak in those legendary therapeutic waters. Each one offers a totally different kind of relaxation.
And what goes perfectly with an onsen? A ryokan. Now, don't just think of this as a hotel. A ryokan is a traditional Japanese inn where the focus is on giving you a complete cultural experience. We're talking tatami mat rooms, incredible multi-course meals. It's where hospitality is basically an art form.
But hey, a personal story isn't always about being quiet and peaceful, right? So, this company also builds a completely different kind of trip, the heart of adventure. This is for the traveler who's chasing that buzz of energy, that excitement, that urban thrill.
And this is where you really see the amazing range they're offering. On one hand, you've got the non-stop electric chaos of downtown Tokyo, and on the other, that same peaceful region of Oita is suddenly reframed as a playground for adventure. It's a fantastic contrast.
Let's just focus on Tokyo for a second. Shibuya Crossing. They call it a mesmerizing dance, and honestly, that's the perfect way to put it. It's not just some busy street. It's a living symbol of modern Japan's pulse, this incredible organized chaos that you just have to see to believe.
Okay, now let's swing back to Oita. Remember, the place we just talked about for tranquility? Well, here, that exact same coastline becomes an adventure zone. You can be out there riding a jet ski, exploring the coast on a yacht, or finding hidden spots by boat. It just goes to show you how one single place can tell two totally different stories.
So we've covered the quiet side and the adventurous side. The third piece of the puzzle is for the curious traveler. This is where you get to dive deep into the unique fabric of Japanese culture, its crafts, and the natural wonders that just make you, well, curious.
A perfect example is Jigoku Umi, which literally translates to Hell's Sea. These are these wild geothermal hot springs that are just for looking at, not for bathing in. It's this powerful, almost scary display of nature's raw energy, a totally different kind of natural encounter.
And that curiosity also extends to things people make. A tour of a shochu and beer brewery isn't just about a few free samples. It's about getting to see the intricate process and understanding the deep history behind some of Japan's most famous drinks.
A tour like this is designed to give you the whole picture. You start by seeing the old ways, the traditional methods that have been around forever. Then you see how modern innovation is shaking things up. And finally, it all clicks, and you understand the cultural importance of it all. It's like a history lesson in a glass.
So you've got these three main ingredients: tranquility, adventure, and culture. How do they all come together? Well, that brings us right back to the main promise: building a journey that's all about you.
And there it is again, spelled out loud and clear. The goal isn't to shove you into a box.
the quiet one, or the adventurer. It's to recognize that you're probably a little bit of everything.
This chart really shows you how it works. What does your ideal journey look like? Is it half relaxation and half culture, or maybe a third of each with a big slice of amazing food thrown in? The whole point is that you get to pick the ingredients for your own personal story.
And the final result is what they call a bespoke itinerary. Bespoke is the key word here. It means it's custom-made just for you. It weaves together all those different threads, peace, adventure, culture, into one seamless story that fits your interests and, importantly, your budget.
Which leaves us with this one big question. When you look at all these options, you realize that freedom here really means choice. It's the freedom to mix and match, to define your own adventure, to write your own tale. So it makes you think, what does freedom in travel really mean to you? What would your story look like?